Hi, I'm Lara, and this is tropetrinitytrilogy. Today I'll be doing the intimidating TBR tag. I'd like to thank JLW Reads for tagging me over a month ago, which I didn't notice at first because in the video she's like, check the description below to see if you've been tagged, and like an idiot, I did not check the description below. I just want to say my shirt says chillin' with my peeps, which is ironic because in real life I actually have no friends. Well, except for Snowball, right? Snowball, we're best friends. Just kidding, guys. Apparently have no friends because Snowball left. Yeah, let's just do this very belated tag now. Question 1. What book have you been unable to finish? Well, for that I'm picking not Queen of Shadows, but Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. Is it? Yep. I have checked that book out like twice from the library, started reading it and ran out of time and had to return it both times because I tried to read it during college. So yeah, I haven't really had time to sit down and read a long book with only 3 weeks because I'm a slow reader and I have a short attention span and I suck at reading. I haven't finished a book in quite a while, and yeah, I'm incompetent. So my TBR list, in fact, is getting bigger every day because I suck at reading and I can barely call myself enough of a reader to even have a channel in the first place. Number 2, what book have you yet to read just because you haven't had the time? I think I butchered the way the question's supposed to be worded, but we'll ignore that. Anyway, the book I was unable to finish is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. So I've even started it. You can see my bookmarks, like I'm in the first chapter still. I have not passed the first chapter. I started this like 3 weeks ago and I have still not finished it because I like to be consistently incompetent in life. Also might as well be incompetent at reading and making videos because I missed one and I've yet to make it up. So, but yeah, so I have yet to finish this one because I work and I have terrible time management skills. Number 3, what book have you yet to read because it's a sequel? So that book I do not own because I didn't buy it because I didn't finish the first ones yet. I really wanted to read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which I know you don't have to read Shadow and Bone before, but I wanted to because I know it takes place after and there might be like, and I've heard there may be story spoilers of what happens here in that one, so I got this book to read first, so I have to read 3 books before I can even read that one. I feel like the theme of this video is just Lara's incompetence at life. Number 4, what book have you yet to read because it's brand new? So that book, again, I don't own because it was published July 11th, but it is Volume 2 of Monstrous the Blood. So you see, I have the first one. I actually reviewed it on my channel, and I really liked it. I thought it was a really cool graphic novel. It makes me want to read more graphic novels, but I've yet to read any other graphic novels or get that one because they're so expensive, so part of me doesn't want to spend money on them, but also because I've been waiting for that one to come out, and it has, and I have yet to buy it, so I can't read it. It hasn't even been a month since it's out because it came out July 11th, and it's currently July 29th. It has been a while. It's been over 10 days. Not quite 20, almost 20. But again, I haven't read it yet because I haven't got in. And I have so many books I own that I don't want to go read a new one when I have other ones to read. Number 5, what book have you yet to read because you read a book by the same author and didn't like it? So, to be honest, I liked this author's previous books, but then when I read the book for this series, I didn't like it. And I bought the entire series because I assumed I would like it like the other one. And that book is a really popular book, and people will probably hate me for saying it, but that book is The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. I read the original Percy Jackson series, thought they were hilarious. I thought each book got better. I really enjoyed them, so I immediately got all the Hero of Olympus books. And then I read the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series, The Lost Hero, and I didn't enjoy it. I didn't find it as funny. I found the characters less interesting and less well developed. Some of the things I really liked about Percy Jackson were missing, and it kind of seemed like a lesser version of the original series that had similar world and similar tropes. It's not like this book is bad or the characters are particularly bad in this series, but since I already read about this world with better characters, I really don't feel the need to read about this world with lesser characters. I mean, I plan on continuing it because I own them all, but I've been kind of putting it off. Number 6, what book have you yet to read because you're just not in the mood for it? So this book was given to me as a gift, so it's not really the type of book I read. That is The Cardturner by Louis Satcher. I've read another book by him, Flush, and I did like it, but I haven't really felt the need for this. I don't really read contemporary. My main genres are fantasy, sci-fi, and historical fiction. And since this is a regular contemporary, I haven't been in the mood to read one because I don't usually read contemporaries. So I've been kind of putting it off for years because I got it like years ago for Christmas as a gift. I didn't ask for it, but I should read it eventually. Number 7, what book have you yet to read because it's humongous? And that book is a pretty hyped booktube book, which is And I Darken by Kirsten White. This book is pretty thick, especially compared to other books I got. And when I've had time to read books, I've gone for shorter ones, like Stalking Jack the Ripper, because I know that I have time to read it. Whereas this one, I'm like, this will take forever. And I'm also want to try to get books done quickly so I can get my goal done and review the books for my channel. So when I'm picking out a book, sometimes I'm like, I should pick the shorter one. And this one tends to be one of the longer ones, so I haven't been picking it. Also, it's pretty popular, so it'd make more sense for me to try to read something shorter, or at least something that's long and less popular, so my review is more useful. Whereas this one's been heavily reviewed, so it's kind of like I'm going to use a lot of time to read a book that my review won't even help that many people before, because there's already a ton of reviews for it. Number 8, what book have you yet to read because it was a cover by that turned out to have poor reviews? So I don't actually buy books because of their covers. Like, I'll buy a specific edition because of the cover, but even then, not really. Like, I got the first 2 in the 5th wave paperback. I was waiting for it to come back in paperback for the 3rd one. I even checked out from the library to read the 3rd one, so I wouldn't have to buy the hardback. And then it was for sale for like 50 cents at the library in hardback. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care if it matches that much. I'll get the hardback for really cheap. So I don't really care about the cover. And in fact, the one I chose for this answer, I don't even like the cover for, to be honest. It's a cover I don't like and would take the paper off to read in public. And that is Venom by Fiona Paul. So I don't like the front cover. I find it kind of weird with the big face. And the mask kind of doesn't really look like it's on their face in some ways. It kind of looks weird. But the spine really did grab my eye when I saw it on the shelf at Goodwill. And that's one of the reasons I bought it. Along with the fact it's a historical fiction that takes place in Venice. So I kind of bought it more for the location of the story. And it's a mystery, which I thought was interesting. But when I got this, I thought it was an adult book. And I was like, ooh, I'll branch out. Then I read the reviews, and it turns out it's like a averagely reviewed YA book. And I was somewhat disappointed. I was like, darn it, I tried to go outside of YA, and I got more YA. And I like YA, but I wanted to read something different, and I ended up getting an averagely reviewed YA book. Though, to be completely honest, this is still somewhat of a cheat answer, because not only did I not buy it because of the front cover, I was just drawn to it because of the spine. But also, it's not really that I haven't read it because people moderately reviewed it. I really like some books that are moderately reviewed, and I really dislike some books that were super popular. Like, I listened to other people's reviews. It's like really like completely terrible, but like an average review, I'm like, I'm okay. Even if everyone loves it, I'm suspicious. Number 9, what is the most intimidating book in your TBR? So again, this book, it's kind of intimidating because it's humongous, but also because it's part of a giant series. And that is the first book in The Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This book is thick. Yeah, I haven't had time to read a lot. And though I really want to read it, I want to have time to sit down and actually get it done in a decent time. Because recently I haven't been finishing books quickly, and I don't want to have to be reading this for so long, because also, like And I Darken, it's pretty popular, and my review is not really that necessary. Part of me is like, I should read other books because I can review them and get more done. Last but not least, number 10, who do you tag? So I don't really tag people that much because I'm socially awkward and don't want them to reject my tag. But I'll branch out and I'll tag several people. And if they don't do it, pretend I didn't tag them. And if they've already done the tag and they actually see this video, they can comment below and be like, hey, I did this tag. You're stupid. So the people I tag are The Book Druggie, Book Your Imagination, Julian Greystoke, and Joe Linzell. And if anyone else wants to be tagged, you've been tagged. So that was my rendition of the intimidating TBR tag. Thank you JLW Reads for tagging me in this, and sorry it took me like over a month to actually do the tag, but I appreciate your tagging me. So I'll see you guys later.